Let's be honest, if you're a PC gamer, you probably woke up this morning with Steam open in the background. Steam isn't simply another launcher cluttering your desktop. It is the cornerstone of your gaming life. It's the ecosystem that hosts your digital library, organizes your social circle, and even curates your mod collection. It permeates your hardware choices and dictates your gaming routines. That didn't happen by accident. Valve has spent 2 decades sculpting a platform that doesn't just support the PC gaming community, it amplifies it. In today's video, I'm gonna excavate every layer of Steam's empire. We'll trace it from the messy chaos of early PC gaming, through its obsession with user-centric design, into its battle with consoles and rival launchers. We'll examine Valve's financial philosophy, the developer pipeline, and even the marketplace economy that rewards creative users. By the end, you'll see why Steam isn't just the biggest, it's the best. Back in the early 2000s, PC gaming felt more like a puzzle than a hobby. You'd unbox a physical CD, slap it into a drive, only to be greeted by red screens demanding drivers, patches, or random runtime libraries. Multiplayer was a scramble through obscure forums and chat rooms, and piracy lurked in every cracked download. Valve, fresh off the explosion of Half-Life, saw the potential not just to create great games, but to fix the entire system around them. Enter Steam in 2003. Not a storefront, not yet, but a tool for delivering updates seamlessly. Gamers were wary, obviously, and publishers were hesitant, but Valve persevered. Over time, they transformed Steam into a full-fledged platform, one where buying, installing, updating, and managing your games became as instinctive as plugging in a controller. By removing CD-based frustrations and breaking free from patching nightmares, Valve laid the foundation for modern PC gaming. Today, installing a game is as easy as a single click. We really take this for granted because this was very difficult. It was difficult just to get games back then on PC. This quiet reinvention of convenience helped turn Valve from a game studio into a community architect, and it's a transformation that still guides how Steam evolves today. If you drilled down into the guts of a Steam installation, you'd find dozens of features engineered to spare gamers from low-level frustration. And yet most of them are invisible until you need them. Cloud saves slip your progress onto Valve's servers automatically. Switch from your desktop to a laptop, or reinstalled 3 years later, it doesn't matter. The saves are likely there. Offline mode is another elegantly simple lifeline. Whether you're on a plane or dealing with ISP hiccups, Steam lets your locally installed games run without hindrance. Meanwhile, family sharing quietly democratizes game access. Your sibling or roommate can try your titles without compromising your account security, as long as you're both not playing the same one at the same time. Services like Remote Play Together push that idea further, blurring the line between local and online multiplayer with astonishing fidelity. Combined with Steam Workshop, a feature that's rehabbed entire fan communities and turned modders into curators, Steam becomes more than a store. It becomes a launchpad for creativity. The integration continues with Big Picture mode and native Steam Deck support. Each of these features is inconspicuous until you encounter an alternative platform that doesn't have it. And then you realize just how vital Steam's ecosystem really is. Console gaming is approachable, uniform, and undeniably slick, but it comes at a price. On a console, you're locked into one hardware pipeline for years with no flexibility to upscale or tweak performance unless, you buy their pro console. Want to play at 120 FPS with dynamic shadows or scale back for a stable 60 frames on older hardware? No problem on PC. However, consoles dictate the experience. Steam blows that model wide open by giving you control over all variables: resolution, frame rate, texture quality, input methods. There's a lot of console games out there that are favoring quality over performance, and they usually cap the frame rate at 30 FPS or something like that. Well, on Steam or on a PC, basically you could just dial back the performance of the resolution to crank out a little bit more FPS. You could create the performance mode yourself. Not only that, you're free to upgrade parts, install mods, and even fork your games with community assets. You aren't tied to a single manufacturer's vision, and for one manufacturer especially, a single way to play. With Steam and PC gaming, you write your own. Crucially, Steam also removes the multiplayer tax, and God, I don't know why this still exists. Xbox Live Gold, now just Game Pass Core, and PlayStation Plus charge monthly just to play the games you already bought online. Steam? Nope. Besides your internet bill. but you gotta pay that anyway if you're playing online on console. And in terms of longevity, Steam's backward compatibility reigns. Decades-old purchases still launch as intended. Console generations might pass by, but Steam libraries endure. Updates apply in the background. You aren't forced offline until a patch finishes. It's not just about freedom, it's about treating gaming as an experience you feel like you own, not a product serviced by corporations who see you as a recurring revenue stream. Steam may no longer be alone, but all its rivals are quite frankly playing catch-up. Take the Epic Games Store. The giveaways are fine and, appreciated, but the absence of community features like forums, reviews, mod integration, it really just feels like it's missing the depth. It's a store pretending to be a platform. Then there's the EA app and Ubisoft Connect. Launchers so plagued by DRM and sluggish performance that most users treat them like necessary chores rather than welcome hubs. Honestly, they might as well just be spyware. Battle.net behaves decently, but only for Blizzard titles. It's a gated community, not an ecosystem. GOG Galaxy champions DRM-free ideals, and its stance is admirable, but its catalog remains small, and its infrastructure lacks that smooth cohesion Valve perfected years ago. But shout out to GOG, you guys are awesome. Steam, by contrast, is all of these in one polished experience. Social, robust, moddable, discoverable, and adaptable. It makes others feel janky, forced, or incomplete. I mean, you don't have to use Steam, but once you do, getting off it feels like stepping into the Stone Age. It's hard to go cold turkey. The Steam sales. The gaming world's holiday season. Seasonal Steam sales are legendary, and not just for the discounts. Summer, winter, autumn, Lunar New Year, they've become cultural moments. Suddenly, every game under the sun is artificially affordable, and gamers mobilize across Reddit, Twitter, or X, whatever you call it, and Discord to hype favorites, swap deals, and reminisce about older classics. And Valve gamifies the experience with collectible cards, badges, and themed minigames, turning shopping into a community celebration. Steam has an XP system for spending money. That goes hard. A little manipulative, but hard. But again, for the rewards you receive, like cards and in-game items, they could be sold on the market that you could put towards another game. And all of this is no nonsense. There's no hidden charges, no forced subscription. You just simply show up, browse your wishlist, and treat yourself. In a gaming world crawling with $100 deluxe editions and $15 expansion passes, Valve shows it's still possible to show gamers genuine respect. And still rake in billions. That's weird. It's almost like just being a good company makes you money. Steam's success isn't just technological, it's financial. Where most big publishers grind out cash-forcing seasons of loot crates, Valve's revenue model is refreshingly simple. They own the store, so they take a cut from every sale. That's it. That business model frees them from careening toward exploitative engagement tricks or controversial monetization. Instead, Valve channels that revenue straight into platform improvements, server infrastructure, anti-cheat tech, a game update no one asked for, CS2, moderation tools, Steamworks services, discovery algorithms, and more. I digress. That comment was, I'm sorry. When a major title drops, Steam doesn't collapse under pressure. That's because Valve reinvested in back-end reliability, minus the Steam Deck launch. Their quarterly motivations don't look like short-term grabs. They look like investments in what keeps gamers coming back. Because Steam doesn't have to weaponize every metric. It can instead solve actual problems gamers have. And that creates a feedback loop where the platform gets better by design. Steam isn't just user-forward, it's developer-forward too. Indies get access to Steam's full ecosystem. Cloud saves, achievements, matchmaking, streaming, workshops, programmable discounts, and early access beta markets. Yes, some shovelware does force its way in, but the entry system is open enough that crazy, brilliant ideas can thrive without gatekeeper interference. Games like Stardew Valley or Celeste became household names precisely because Valve turned Steam into a launchpad for creativity. The storefront algorithm still surfaces interesting games, even if you're not sure what you're looking for. And critically, Steam enforces few editorial rules, sometimes not to its benefit. But I digress. Risk takers, narrative experiments, and genre benders can reach audiences without needing a $1 million marketing budget or publisher handshake. That diversity isn't accidental. It's baked into the system. And it's why PC gaming continues to feel like a place where possibility is still possible. Steam's marketplace isn't a gimmick. It's a demonstration of trust. Counter-Strike skins, Dota items, trading cards, Valve didn't invent these, but they created a legitimate, regulated economy where cosmetic items actually hold value. Gamers can earn, sell, invest, and reinvest. Artists can monetize designs. Power users can earn real-world cash through crafted sales, flipping, or pure creativity. The fact that this market persists and thrives is evidence that Valve trusts its users and trusts itself to stay above malfeasance. It's not about gambling or speculation. It's about ingenuity. It's about letting users find value beyond the box price of a game, and letting them participate in Steam as more than customers. They become creators, economists, curators, and that dynamic ecosystem is something no other platform even hosts at this scale. Steam isn't static. Valve's ongoing experiments, powered by Steam Labs, suggest that the platform is still searching for what's next on a constant basis. Whether it's visual discovery through arc charts, AI curation tools that go deeper than tags, or tag-based navigation refined through browsing behavior, Valve is trying new things. Some ideas flop and others stick. But the process itself is a declaration. Steam isn't a finished product. It's an evolving one. Users get to try, critique, and shape. That transparency is rare in commercial platforms. Most would hide their innovation behind polished UI. Steam throws ideas at the wall and lets the community decide what lands. It's both messy and brilliant, and it keeps Steam at the bleeding edge of digital discovery. The digital era is moving fast, and licenses, as we know, expire. Really, nowadays, we don't own anything. Shops close, games disappear overnight, but Steam stands alone. Bought a game in 2008, it's still likely in your library. Resurrecting it might need a community patch or a mod, but the bones remain intact. If you can name more than a handful of games that have been removed from your library by Steam, go ahead. I'd love to know, because they do such a good job at maintaining your library that right now I'm confident to say that despite technical terms, you do currently own what you buy on Steam, and unless they get bought out. Valve, please stay like a private company. We love you. Anyways, console store closures mean that countless titles vanish without legacy. Steam's model of persistent ownership paired with community modding and archival tools means your library is a time capsule. It isn't flawless, no. Some games vanish and DRM can expire, but Valve's approach gives you a fighting chance. And in an industry that's happy to scrap the past once it stops making money, Nintendo, that's priceless. Steam's DRM stance is pragmatic but humane. Steam doesn't mandate an always-on connection for most games. You can back up your games, copy them to other systems, run external drive installs. Valve doesn't spy on your drive, demand a biometric login, or target ads based on your purchases. Compare that to launchers that scan your system for unauthorized apps or track usage data relentlessly. Steam simply trusts you as a user. It's not just convenience, it's respect. And in the age of data harvesting, that matters a lot. Maybe the simplest, yet most telling compliment is that Steam isn't the app you close in annoyance. It's the one you leave open. Your library, your friends, your screenshots, your mods all live there. It holds birthdays and badges, themes and screenshots, your hours, and your gaming legacy. It's both functional and personal. Other platforms? They're fleeting. One-off tools you tolerate. Steam is a workspace, living room, and youth scrapbook combined. It isn't just software, it's a home for your gaming life. This sounds super preachy, but there ain't no one like Steam, and I really think Steam deserves some respect. But Steam isn't perfect. It's ours. The algorithm still needs tuning. The occasional junk game slips through. The storefront can feel chaotic if you don't use curation tools, but every quirk is a trade-off. A messy, living platform beating behind it years of player feedback, technical innovation, and cultural stewardship. Steam respects players, developers, and the history of gaming itself. It invests its profits into making your experience more stable, more discovery-rich, and more surprising. Other launchers and consoles focus on short-term profits or controlled ecosystems. It was just noted lately in an article that PlayStation's execs are trying to maximize profits with PS Plus and are constantly changing prices, whatever that's supposed to mean. Why would you tell a reporter that? Steam focuses on openness, longevity, and empowerment, qualities that define PC gaming at its best. So yes, Steam, it simply is the best. Not because Valve is flawless, they're still a company and they still want your money, but because it built something responsive, reliable, and real, something you actually want to use, something that grows with you. Steam is home, and in an industry always chasing the next shiny thing, that's priceless. If I haven't kissed your boot enough, Steam, thank you, and keep doing what you're doing. And please don't get greedy. If you found this deep dive insightful, hit like, drop your favorite Steam moment below, and subscribe so you don't miss the next video essay I'm doing. I'm going to be talking a lot more about Steam, PC gaming, and a bunch of other stuff. Until next time, keep gaming free, keep gaming smart, and as always, praise Gaben, and I'll see you in the next one.